Wait, who's here? Come in. Come in. Yeah, Beanchy, come on.
Hi.
Thanks, dude.
Here's your water.
I love you. Okay, Jackie. Okay, we try again. Okay, hold on.
That needs to be part of it.
Right?
Okay, is that all right? In that case, I'm not going to restart.
Talk about insurances, or what are we going to talk?
Oh, of course. Okay, so first of all, let's introduce ourselves. Okay, hey, let's introduce ourselves. Jackie's behind the camera. You can say hi.
Hi.
No, in the microphone, honey.
Hello.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Okay, so please introduce.
Hi, this is Jessica Valenzuela. This is the first time ever in this room and in a podcast and in any situation like this, but this is fun. I like it.
Natural.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad. So I'm Anthony Joplin, as everybody knows, hopefully. I hope so. But our goal today is to figure out, who the hell are you?
Well,
Okay.
Go, love.
my name is Jessica again, and I am 27, almost 28 years old.
Okay.
My birthday's next month. So
Happy birthday.
Thank you. And I work in insurance.
Who do you work for?
I work for Marco Alvarez in Farmers Insurance.
Okay. Do you like that?
I do. I think it's really fun, especially right now, because there's a lot of things going around in California, a lot of changes, and that makes it very entertaining to work.
Let's back it all the way up. Let's back it all the way up. So how did you like get here? Are you born and raised here? Like
Yes and no.
I love it.
So I was born in Pomona. I never ever lived there. I was born there, and then my mom went straight to TJ, and that's where I was raised. I was raised in Tijuana I lived there until high school, and then in my halfway through my junior year in high school, that's when I came here to finish my high school in San Diego.
Wow.
Graduated in San Diego.
Where'd you
went
graduate
off to
from?
college. I graduated from Olympian High School.
Oh wow, East League.
Yeah, go Eagles.
Okay, there it is.
you
Okay.
tell.
All right.
I went to Morris.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I would not even say the year, but I went to Morris.
More like 2014.
Yeah,
kind of.
Got you, girl.
Okay.
So you guys are getting the podcast vibe. I get you. See, this is exactly.
We never neighbors, but enemies, huh?
Yeah. But it's okay. We're good kind of enemies, so it's okay.
Okay, you're frenemies.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you graduated, and then what happened?
Then I went off to Mesa College for a little bit. Well, for a while, actually.
That's okay. We're not going to talk about it.
Right. Trying to figure out what I wanted to do, obviously. I love Mesa College, by the way.
Okay.
It was really fun, and I did a lot of different things there. And then I decided to go to Colorado State.
Nice.
Colorado State. What
Yeah.
brought you all the way to the middle of the great white middle of nowhere?
Well, I wanted something different
Okay.
than what I was used to. I wanted something, obviously very opposite to California, weather-wise. And also they have one of the best animal sciences program in the nation.
Okay.
So me, wanting to go to the best of the best, I applied, and I didn't think I was going to get accepted, but I did. So I ended up going to CSU, and I loved it. I met so many great people there and made really cool connections. And I graduated from animal sciences.
Okay. So what did you want to be at that point?
I didn't know, honestly. I just knew that I loved animals and that I wanted to do something with animals. I didn't know how to fulfill that part.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So after college, I obviously went through the veterinary route to see if that's what I wanted to do.
How'd that go?
It didn't work out.
That's okay. That's okay. But you had to explore.
I didn't love it. Yeah, I didn't love it. There's a lot of, that's for another podcast.
Okay, all right. So in less than 2 minutes, what was the turning point that we're like, that's too much?
I had a lot of moments in where, my heart was or is with that field, but it's not the place that I thought it was when
Right.
it comes to working it.
Yeah.
I think that there's a lot of people that don't have the right intentions that work in that field, and that shows a lot when you work those jobs. So when you work in veterinary hospitals, or when you work in even grooming, I think there's a lot of
Abuse.
and
That's tough.
and it was really rough for me because I love animals. So I went in to the field with the intentions of loving animals, and it wasn't precisely so it wasn't precisely what I thought it was going to be.
So, it's so funny because my wife
I was
was
about
a
to say
veterinary.
that.
Yeah,
I
it
was
was a
gonna chime in.
vet technician until about a week and a half ago. She put her notice in, and now she's coming to work for us marketing full time. Let's go.
I love that. I love that.
So,
That's awesome.
so my beautiful wife was, I met her, and she was working with equine, and she was working with the horses, and she was up in
amazing.
Rancho Santa Fe, super,
I love
all the
that.
wealthy people. And then, she left that job and went down to, one in East County. Then she went to one in Point Loma. She's been at Point Loma for a long time. Very, very successful hospital. That got sold from a private practice because the private practice was great. The guy who owned it, his was Dr. Rose. That guy was shout out, no joke. At Cabrillo Pet Hospital, that guy is
The one off the freeway?
so if you get off the 8 and it's off Voltaire, so that's no joke. He was such a great owner, great doctor, greatest people around him. He really surrounded himself with success.
That's awesome.
And then he sold it to Amerivet. But he still has some control, and he's trying to fight with them because they're cutting the costs where they can. They're not doing what they need to do. And I totally hear what you're saying when it comes to like the lack of. Okay, what? What are you doing, Jackie?
Go.
the lack of responsibility.
Yeah.
So I totally hear what you're saying.
and,
Okay.
and care, overall, I think it's a lot of people that don't genuinely care for the animals anymore.
Sure.
Maybe they started with that intention, but they lost it along the way. And so it's just tough to work in an environment like that.
Sure. Okay. So after you're like, shit, this is no good for me. What did you think from there? Where were you going to go?
I don't know. I run my life without knowing, apparently. But
It's okay. So do we. We all.
eventually you get to where you need to be,
Mm-hmm.
But
That's true.
I didn't know what I wanted to do after that. I was very disappointed emotionally.
Sure.
And I didn't know what to do after. So I just started taking random jobs. And I did a lot of, what did I do? I did retail. I did waitress jobs, bartending, and so on. And then it's funny because I applied to this job because the what's up?
The boys outside are messing with us.
I'm not going to even say. Not you.
It's okay. There's a huge window to our right. We're seeing it. We're seeing the peanut gallery.
Yes,
Just make
yes,
faces and do
yes,
dumb
yes.
dumb shit. So
Boys being boys. But you're right, Jessica. It's finding the path and finding your love.
Yeah, and I think I don't know. I think I'm a person that just kind of explores things, and I like to explore different different things.
Sure.
I like to try different things and see what I like.
You're willing to.
And so
so we're doing shots later. Like we're definitely trying different shots.
I mean,
I gotta make sure we're checking on the right things here.
I wouldn't be opposed to it,
Let's go. See,
Beachy. No, you missed. I was going to tease you and say you missed the tacos, so you had to come back. 'Cause there was no good Mexican food in
shit.
Colorado. I have to say that.
I mean, I can't disagree with
Taco
that.
Bell is not working.
Not working. I honestly had some really gross Mexican food over there, and I'm not gonna deny that.
shots fired. Shots fired. Colorado, you're on notice.
But it is a beautiful place, and I eventually I will go back and live there. Maybe when I'm older, because I really like it. I just not the food. But
So okay. So you're a CSU grad. You're kicking ass. You're taking names. You're definitely trying to get into the veterinary field. You're like, man, it's just not filling the vibe.
yeah, it wasn't what I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
And so eventually, I know that if that's my passion or whatever, I will eventually be there. I know that. But I was trying to figure out what to do to have some money in California more than anything. And I applied to the job that I have now, not knowing absolutely anything about the job.
Perfect. That's how most of us do it anyway.
Yeah. And it was because my mother-in-law actually, she's had Marco Alvarez as her agent since forever. And so
her insurance agent,
yeah. And so one random day she called the agency, no one was picking up, and she kept calling until, Ray, who is the manager at the office, he picked up and he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, we're super short staffed." And then my mother-in-law, being the most wonderful mother-in-law she was like, "Well,
that's so crazy because I got somebody for you."
Exactly. And so Ray said, "Bring her over." And I went and I did an interview, and I was waitressing at the time. And I remember, before the interview, they called me. I was at my job. They're like, "Are you still looking for a job?" I'm like, "Yes, I am." Right now. And so,
I'm dropping the cloth. Like, we're out.
I'm taking it off right now.
Leave the aprons out.
Yep. So, anyway, so I went into the interview and apparently it went well. I don't know what I said, but I got the job. And then
personality. Look at her. She has great personality.
Of course you do.
People person. You smiling. You purple. See?
All right. We'll take it.
No,
Yeah, Jackie.
And then so I got the job, and then I started working with the team. And at the time, we were even a smaller team. And I mean, my boss, my manager, and me. And that was it.
Wow.
In that office?
In that office.
Yeah, I'm a big wow on that. That's crazy.
That's
That's such a small team.
It is a very small team, and we do have a lot of clients, like regular,
Sure.
book of business.
Mm-hmm.
So it was definitely a lot of learning at first.
I bet.
I didn't know anything about insurance at all.
So what they have you do first?
I was customer service at the beginning.
Hello, I'm so sorry, click.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I could totally see it.
Yeah.
And you stuck with it, man.
Yeah, I did. I'm very surprised at that too.
Because think about it. It can be disappointing and, I can't do this.
It was definitely rough at the beginning because like I said, I had no insurance background at all. Before this job, I didn't really have an office job before either. So it was a lot of learning, but I was up for the challenge and it worked out, I guess. I'm still there. They haven't fired me. I'm just kidding.
I love it. Well, congratulations. That's so crazy.
Yeah. And so now I'm an insurance agent, producer. So I've definitely tried to step it up a little bit, and our team's grown since then too. We've added more people into the team.
And so like a future real estate agent.
Hey.
I didn't say that.
Hey, listen, we're just going to keep this on the down low.
Yeah. Sounds like she has a personality for it.
All I know is that I do a bunch of stuff decent. I'll do like three or four things okay. I don't do a lot of things great, but just a couple things decent. Like you could definitely do a lot of things great. You have that personality, you have that drive, you got that gift. So
thank you so much.
You keep driving, baby. Okay, so I'm so happy. Is there a story or is there some like catalyst that you're like, shit, this is my jam? Like you got in and you're like, man, this is like I kill it.
Well, I think I might be getting to that now. I've barely been on The Office for a little bit over a year. So it really hasn't been that long time.
I thought you'd been there for a lot more than that.
Nope.
Yes, Jessica.
Really? You seem so. Okay. So what?
Marco and Ray are not gonna appreciate this, but I'm not trying to leave you guys. I promise.
Have you been thinking about it?
Oh my God. Okay, so
I got it.
Jackie, I'm running this. Okay. So at the end of the day, was there a moment where you're sitting there in customer service, you pick up the phone, you just started, and you're like, shit, this is not for me, or is there a point where you're like, I got this?
I think I had both.
You did.
I think I had both. There were definitely days where it was really overwhelming because we had a small team, and we still do. But it was smaller back then when I started, and I didn't know anything. So it was a lot of getting thrown into the fire. And so I, obviously did the best that I could, but I didn't really had a lot of, experience with the insurance world, really.
Right.
Back when I started a little bit over a year ago, it was a lot easier than it is now to issue insurance. So I'm thankful for that, because if I would have started now, I don't know.
Brutal.
I don't know.
It's brutal out there.
So, I mean, shout out to Jenny, who just started with us, and she's really going for it.
Okay, let's go Jenny. Okay.
Jenny, 10 out of 10.
That's a severe, that's a golf clap if I ever freaking heard one. Okay, whatever.
So, I mean, I think I had both moments, and I started to really like it when I started to understand it a little bit better.
Sure.
When I started to educate myself a lot more. I'm very nerdy, so I like to learn. I like to investigate, do research, and all that stuff. So I, got my license, of course, in insurance, and that kind of started me in the path of learning everything that I could learn about the field. And, just my colleagues too, my boss, they are all super knowledgeable and really friendly. So they always try to teach me everything too. So I think for me, it's when I started learning, and I mean, I think when I think back on it, it was actually pretty fast.
Yeah, right.
Because it was only a few months in when I was already getting my license, and I was already kind of like,
you're sprinting through life right now. You're killing it.
I am. I'm
Good
trying.
For you. Yeah.
So, I mean, when I got my license, I think that's when it started to get a little bit more serious for me, when I was, kind of really looking at this more of a permanent thing. Mm-hmm. Cuando me cayó el 20, and I was like, oh.
Okay, I'm sorry. What happened?
Okay.
Italiano.
Yeah, listen, no Spanish here.
I don't know how to say that. I don't know how to say that in Italian.
¿Cuál es, mija?
Cuando me cayó el 20, like when I realized.
Oh, yeah. See, that's how we say that in English. Oh, shit.
When I realized.
Listen, I try as hard as I
in
can.
Spanish.
Italian is very close to Spanish, and I can't speak either one. So either way.
Oh, well,
No, I just look like I can, okay?
We'll leave it at that.
Okay, so I'm loving this. I'm loving this. So you're killing it professionally. So what do you think is the biggest hang up now in the insurance market? Go.
I mean, I think it's just finding a carrier, I think, right now.
Okay, so why do you think the carriers are dropping so rapidly?
Well, what I have heard is that it's because they're not being as profitable as they would like to be.
Are they paying out more claims, or do you think that they're not making enough in premiums? I guess it's a double-edged sword on that, right?
Yeah. So I think it comes from the claims. California, as we all know, it's really expensive. And so if there is a claim, usually it takes much more to cover it than what they expected it.
Sure does.
And so they're losing money instead of gaining money. So they're dropping a lot of people.
Is that all because of hazard insurance, or what's the biggest loser?
I think probably it's auto, actually. Auto insurance.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's a lot more accidents with cars than there is with homes.
Why do you think there's... Yeah, Jackie's had it. Was there pickup?
Was it more accidents?
Jackie, get on that mic. Like it's a, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. No, get I said get
now
on
she's
it.
all shy about it.
No, come on. Andale,
Hi. Now he knows Spanish.
All of a
Now
sudden.
he knows.
Okay.
You put her on the spot and she forgot.
I'm sorry, Jackie. I love you. So the point was is that what's happening? What's causing more accidents?
Thank you.
I mean, I don't know. People being people, getting into accidents.
I can tell you right now.
Texting.
Okay. You ready for this? So I happen to be in the other side, the debt buying side, so I can see a lot of what the banks are lending to, and they're reducing the requirements. So it used to be that they were, credit unions are lending at super prime, banks are lending at decent prime, but there's nobody subprime. There's no 500 credit scores, no shitty borrowers out there.
Correct.
So what there's happening is the interest rates rise, they run out of the borrowers. They don't exist anymore. So now what do you have to lend to? So now the regulations and the guidelines have to lower, and that's the subprime lending. This happens every time interest rates start to climb. So it's a macroeconomic effect, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle a little fairy dust on this and say the biggest reason that interest rates in auto are going up and the biggest losses are happening is because the subprime market is coming back strong. And I see that when I buy the auto loans. There's a lot of subprime auto and there's a lot of discounted paper out there, and they're going, man, this is tough. This is like 05, 06, 07.
I was about to say that.
Yeah, it's just
Are you going to take us back to that time?
I don't think it's going to be.
Scary.
It's not that way, because what we're going to see is we're not seeing residential real estate fall. We'll see commercial real estate fall, and that's where I think is going to be the biggest correction, because consumers aren't going to suffer as much, but you're going to see big buildings and big borrowers fail, and that's where our biggest correction is going to have is commercial real estate, auto loans, and student loans. So all three of those. Anyway, that's my soapbox, and I'm off it. All right, okay, and we're back. Okay, so what do you? So if I gave you a loan today, what'd that look like? What's your best loan?
For house or auto?
What's your best insurance product? If I came to you and I said I want to give you your best product, what would you sell me today? Like right now, quote today.
Probably homeowners.
Homeowners, you're full of shit.
You know what? Never mind.
Okay.
Life insurance.
Life insurance?
Yes.
Like I thought. Suspect.
Life insurance.
Term life, universal life. What are we talking about?
I mean, honestly, any one of them.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of people are not really well informed on the benefits
Correct.
of life insurance.
Correct.
And especially, the Hispanics, the
Culturally?
Latinos.
Absolutely correct.
We don't know anything about
You
life
are
insurance.
absolutely correct on that.
Including myself. I didn't know anything before I started the job. So I'm like, what is that? And now I know about it, right?
In the different
But
ways.
exactly. But I just think that a lot of families and a lot of people could really benefit from having that financial security.
Sure.
And it's really not that complicated as we think to
Sure.
to get it and to get it started and stuff. So I think if I were to say what's the best insurance product at the moment, I would say life insurance.
Cheapest.
Probably, yeah.
No kidding.
Probably, yeah. Compared to,
But I agree with
auto
you.
insurance is really high.
We're not knowledge in it.
We don't have enough, financial education as a culture. So I think it's really important to kind of spread that.
I
Um,
agree.
And that's one of the things that I have been talking with my team about a lot too, where our book of business is in its majority Latino people. And, we're located in Chula Vista, obviously.
Sure. Yeah.
So, what we are all trying to incorporate a little bit more is that educational portion, trying to get everybody to know a little bit more about what insurance is generally, and trying to get that life insurance awareness out too, because a lot of people, there's a lot of really tragic stories of families, losing their primary, the person that was bringing in the money, for example, and then they don't have any financial security plan or anything really,
401k,
or savings,
nothing. Yes,
nothing.
nothing. Mhm.
And then what? What does the family do if that was a primary income
That's
person?
correct.
So I think, at the moment, life insurance is probably the best bet. That's what I would say.
So we need to educate our people.
Yes, we
Not
do.
just our people, but the minorities.
Yeah, definitely.
And yes, I agree with what you're thinking.
I'm blown away. That was one of the most sophisticated answers. I'm floored. I'm serious.
He's ready to apply today. I have my card. Let's do
I
it.
love it, Jessica.
Let's do it right
Love
now.
it.
I have my listen here.
Let me bring out my laptop.
Here's my wallet. It's all good. But seriously, that
and it's me.
is. There it is. Okay. But what great information. I mean, honestly, I'm blown away. You're so knowledgeable, and you're so fresh, and you're so young, and you're so vibrant.
Thank
You get
you.
it. So
Thank you.
anybody looking for insurance, how do they contact you? Instagram, Facebook?
We, I'll take credit. I'll take credit.
Okay.
Because I was very pushy with this. I'm like, we need to get on social media.
Okay.
So we are in social media.
Well, tell me how to get in contact.
Marco Alvarez Agency.
Okay.
That's the Instagram handle. Is that what it's called?
Okay.
And then
Love it.
we're on Facebook as well as Marco Alvarez Agency. And you can call us at 619-770-1903.
Oh, there
Throw
it
it
is.
one more time.
619-770-1903.
Is there a website?
There is.
Oh.
It's it's farmers.com. You can just search for Marco Alvarez Agency in there, and it's
How
it's
do you
right
spell
there.
that?
Marco, it's Marco. Alvarez, it's ALV as in Victor, AREZ as in
Love it.
zebra.
ERCA, got it.
So yeah, that's where we are.
I am so happy that you got a chance to join us. Thank you so much.
I love this.
Thanks for taking
I
the
like
time.
it.
You're a pro.
Thank you.
Seriously, we should do it again soon. I
This
love
situation
you guys.
is super fun. I like it.
Good. Well, you're more than welcome back anytime. I appreciate you. Jackie, thanks for being here.
Woo-woo!
Yay. Thank
Love
you
it.
so much. Thanks, you guys. Okay.
Thank you.